start with tell me your name and the year you graduated.
I'm Mark Hawald. I graduated in 1977.
Perfect. All right, so let's just start like this. Looking back, 50 years later, it's 2025 now. What stands out most about your 1977 year?
The 1977 year I graduated.
Sorry, 75 year.
The 1975 year that we won the national championship. I think there was a lot of takeaways from that. It was pretty exciting. It didn't feel like there was pressure, but we knew we all had to perform to win it. And there was 9 seconds left in my match, and I was up by a point, and I go, God, I've seen so many matches where guys lost in the last 9 seconds. And I just kind of ran in place, circled, and was able to pull off the win and helped Charlie get motivated for his match and Joe to get motivated for his match. And we won the tournament because as a team. And the guys that weren't there, that weren't in the lineup, that didn't wrestle that weekend, they helped us win that tournament.
So you mentioned winning it as a team. What was the culture like? What was the JCU wrestling team culture like?
Yeah, I mean, I think you could ask any guy on the team. I started at Carroll back in 1973, and our captain of that year was Danny Weir. And I remember like how much fun we had. You know, it was like, wow, this is not like a normal wrestling room. We practiced hard, we trained hard, and we had fun. And I think Dan Weir was the guy that we modeled years later. You know, I was fortunate to be a captain, and I tried to have that attitude like I learned from Danny Weir. Let's have fun. And you hear from all of our teammates, we had fun. But one of the reasons we had fun because we busted our butt and we worked so hard, and we knew we were going to win. And we had no fear of anybody. We had no opponent was going to beat us in our mind. And sometimes we didn't always win, but even when we lost, it was like, it's okay. We'll go back to the drawing board and we'll work harder and have more fun while we're doing it.
Can you walk us through the moment that you personally realized John Carroll won the championship? What was that like?
Back then, it was really hard to say. The score was, I believe the score was kind of close. We had 5 guys in the finals, and I think if we all lost, we would not have won the tournament. So wasn't really sure how it all stacked up with the scoring, but we all knew that that match was critical to win. And you know, we did it for ourselves, but mostly we did it for our team and for all the fans there and our families. It's like, because we didn't want to let them down, and we didn't want to let our coach down. So when we actually won it, I'm not sure. I think maybe when Charlie won his match, that iced it, or when Joe, I don't really know for sure. But we were excited. We felt the momentum, and you know, we were able to pull it off.
Coach DiCarlo, what did he mean to you personally and to the team as a whole?
Well, you know, Coach DiCarlo, as I've shared, we've all shared, he was a great leader for us. He was a mentor for us. My father was living out of state, so I viewed Coach DiCarlo almost as a father figure, as I did my high school coach too. So I went from my high school coach being a father figure to Tony DiCarlo being a father figure. And he, you know, he was a leader, and he motivated me and our team. And just, he was a great guy. I mean, you know, he was at my wedding, parties. You know, we'd go out to dinner after all of our matches. He was inspirational to all of us.
Beyond the actual wrestling, what life lessons or habits have you picked up with you? Meaning, how has wrestling impacted your personal and professional life?
Well, I think I would say, you know, as I shared some stories already, but you know, once you've wrestled, everything else is easy. And I learned through wrestling to have a positive, winning mental attitude from wrestling that I've taken into life. And I think people can choose to be negative, people can choose to be sad, people can choose to be unhappy, and people can choose to have a grudge, people can choose to be greedy or envious of others. And what I learned from wrestling, I think, again, the humility of losing and accepting the loss, and also the humbleness of winning. And so again, just being a good person all around, I learned from wrestling, and I think all of my teammates, we all have pretty much the same attitude. None of us were braggarts. We didn't have to brag. Our actions spoke for themselves. But anyway, it was just a great place to be. So.
And my last question is, how do you feel when you see today's JCU wrestlers? You walk through the facility, you see the new wrestling room, you see the new athletes. What goes through your mind? What are you feeling?
Well, I can tell you this. We were old school as far as this team that we're talking about back 50 years ago. And I believe we had like the Rocky mentality, climbing ropes, a rope in each hand, pull-ups, push-ups, bear crawls, leg lifts, seal crawls. Stairs, I think stairs are great. I wish that all the young men today at John Carroll, I would hope this for them, that they would push themselves to do one more, just do one more, and one more push-up, one more pull-up, and one more sprint. And I think never give up. And if they're willing to put the effort in and work hard, John Carroll's going to have another awesome team. They have a lot of good guys. I hate to say it, I'm not saying John Carroll wrestlers, but a lot of the young men today are softer than the guys from our era. But I think they can actually overcome that if they want to win, if they want to be the best. Put the time and effort in, and your dreams will come true.
Love it. So that's all from me. Anything you want to add?
Guys.
You did it, man. Let's do, Mark, do one more.
That's right. One more takedown. One more takedown. I tell you what, that's true. I mean, that was one of the things.
Of course it's true. Of course, I said to Michael when you were saying it,
That's Mark.
That's you in a nutshell.
That is. Yeah.
That was you in a nutshell.
Okay, one more.
Yeah, one
I
more.
can't tell you how many
Just
times
one
you've
more.
done that to me. Where are you going? Get back. One more chin up. Come on, one more pull up. We'll do it.